Hello, my cabbages. I'm sorry for, nothing really. I'm sorry for nothing really. I have no regrets. I don't know what I did, but, hopefully nothing illegal. I have no regrets for anything illegal that I may or may not have done. Anyways, yeah, I made the capitals white, because, Sword to Die Mapping, never heard of him. Not Sword to Die Mapping, makes his capitals white, and I think it actually adds some nice contrast to it. Yeah, so, why not? I also added a naval layer. I will be using this thing, and maybe like 2 more episodes more, so probably not that often, but you never know. Yeah, a naval layer. Hopefully that stays updated. No expectations. I also have all of the countries just kind of expanding. I also changed the watercolor because why not? But if we look at this, you can kind of see all the countries just kind of expanding slowly and exploring. So this is a big push kind of inland. You can kind of see here, like if we layer this transparently, you can kind of see where they explored and expanded. Yeah. Gonna merge it down. Oh wait, merging it down while I had it like transparent. Merged it weird. Never mind. No, merge down. Yeah, actually, let me just delete that. There we go. So there's a new background. Yahaha. With bigger countries, we have the thicker blue team. So I know not completely coastal, very unrealistic. Then we have a group of explorers, because we always need a group of explorers exploring somewhere. They are going to explore down into across here. Oh, I said down in across here. And they are basically going to settle here for a bit, and they are going to create like a tiny tiny kind of like pastel blue country, sky blue. We'll call it sky blue. Tiny sky blue country, where this is like just one settlement. This is like one city. This is kind of a city-state type of thing. So because it's a city-state, I gotta, of course, make it a city and a state. Like a city and a state. Wow. This is crazy. I've never had this happen before. And then I actually made this not quite white. It's like 10 off white. It's off white basically. Very close to white. But basically, I actually looked this up. Yeah, on a very clear day, they basically like, this is rare because English weather is shit. I'm sure Sword to Die Mapping knows this. Shitty weather. And they have the horrible weather here, but this really clear day, they see across the channel and they realize, wait, there's more land over there? They didn't know this, but they're kind of like, you know what? Let's go sail over there. So they sail over here. People know about this because there's like people going back and forth a bit. They're gaining some more population from people that kind of hear about this happening. But they kind of go over here and and decide, you know what? Let's form a country over here. So this is Kent area. Now, by form a country over here, I actually mean form the same country as here. So yeah, this area quickly grows even faster than the other area because there's like new island. And what happens is they kind of like they quickly kind of settle here. There's all the rage about this new city because it's a pretty good, nice location and people like it. And there's like, yeah, a new city here and here. So they decide, you know what, let's move the capital over here. So that was a very short-lived capital. It was also a very short-lived kind of area as well. So they control both sides of the English Channel. Right now that's not important because no trade goes through the English Channel. It's just from like here, yeah. And this is like pretty far away for like ancient standards, like hard to control because this is like early times, but they managed to control this. They managed to kind of keep here. But not only this, we also have a group of more people that are like, you know, let's move on farther in because they, nope, wrong. Let's move on farther in because we don't quite like this, and they move up across the bulge of England and kind of over here, which this area I looked up on Google Maps. I just kind of saw on Google Maps. This area is called Norwich, or there's a city called Norwich here, so we're going to call this Norwich country. So we're going to have a nice kind of foresty green Norwich, which actually, I mean, anywhere in England has a lot of forest actually. So kind of foresty, actually more of a grass green. Like this is kind of a grass green, I feel like. We have the grass green grass on the other side. Oh, yeah. Anyways, we have our green grass. Yes, a green grass country, which is probably not the most inspiring name, I guess. Let's just say like. Let's just kind of put it more like this. Actually. Kind of like that. They have a little bulge there, but, you know, it's for their own thing. So, of course, with all this happening, they need to set up a city of people living here because, you know, people live here. People move here. So yeah, we got two new British countries, I guess specifically English right now, but yeah, two new like English countries. I know if you hate the English, then bad for you, but if you hate the English, bad for you. Anyways, after that, we also will have a new green leader of the green team, like a new leader of the green team. And this leader of the green team, well, he's young right now. He is only 15, but he's very ambitious. And he basically goes, well, pink team, say bye-bye if you wanna, you know, unless you, they basically go, either join us or die. And they kind of go like, what do you mean join us or die? This is like super, like they won't actually, they're not that ballsy, right? Right? They take this major city, which kind of collapses a big area of the eastern. They didn't really have any military here because they thought they were bluffing, and they didn't think they would actually invade them. I mean, technically they had time to prepare, but they were not thinking. Honestly, if they had time to prepare, they'd probably get some allies or just kind of get some other nations to kind of help. And they basically send out a panic distress message like, anybody, please help. And not quite randomly, that reaches the dark red team. Dark red team is also a breakaway from the green team, so they have sympathy for them. So they decide, you know, let's do this. They kind of go in here, even technically, like, recapturing some of this area. They were thinking that they could finish this soon. Oh wait, finish this soon enough. Yeah, it looks weird having it this way, but technically finish this soon enough that they wouldn't have to deal with another country joining. They thought they'd just kill them and then they'd be gone, but they realized, fine, we're gonna have to refocus some of these areas. So they deal with this, but because they kind of have to focus their area over here again, the pink team makes some decent advances back in and even starts invading into the green team because they want some counter leverage to be leveraged. Counter leverage to leverage. And then they kind of start pushing back towards the dark red team even more and into the dark red team. The thing about the dark red team is their capital's kind of right there. Rip dark red team. I mean, it was nice of them to join. Like, it did help for a bit. There is really, you know, nice that they did decide to join. And they're like, yeah, let's help. Before even this war finishes, they just go like that. And also like that. Like, the war doesn't finish. They just kind of go like, we annexing you. Anyways, let's refocus our military over there. And they kind of realize, we are lay screwed. And it's not like they could resign because, well, they're not really the ones that started the deal. Yeah. Whoa, look, there's more land in the green team now? That's crazy. Whoa, how did they get that land? And whoa, look, this capital is no longer a capital. Well, rest in peace, capital. Wrong way. Rest in peace, capital. Yep, so they acquired 3 new cities. That's good for them. I wonder where they got that from. So doubling their city count. But yeah, the green team looking pretty big. Pretty big, in fact, being, well, oops, wrong there. Pretty big, in fact, 1285, which is bigger than the blue team, which is 1076. So if you think about it, the red team kind of had their arc in the first half of the first episode. The blue team had their arc in the second half of the first episode. Now the green team's having their arc. Let's see how long this arc is, because the first 2 arcs have been pretty short, only half an episode long. But anyways, another group of explorers here from the purple team this time. Except from, like, because before it was the cyan team and the pink team, because you know, they were the closest teams there. But decide, you know, let's go kind of explore. So they go explore the western Danish coast. I was gonna name a specific city, but I'm too lazy to do that. I did that with Norwich, in the UK. But also a lot of the cities here have harder to pronounce names. Not hard, but they're going up to this, you know, technically island. There's probably a name for this island, and if there is, I might name the people of this island later, but not yet, because I'm not gonna look that up now. So they basically decide, you know, let's settle here on the point of this island. So they form a pastel pink country over here. You know, the other pastel pink, not quite pastel. You know, let's make that more pastel to be visually distinct. So North Danish country, we can call it right now. So yeah, we have a kind of North Danish country. You can kind of see their coast, and they're not like cutting off. They kind of know about each other. They're kind of keeping in cahoots a bit, but it is a bit of a far distance. So like not too much trade. It's like maybe once a month they'll kind of go like, hey guys, yeah. So a lot, or not. Well, yeah, the trade is limited in these times, but also, like, you know, they'll probably need some trade because they don't have the most self-sufficient economy yet, or the best amounts of farmland. Self-sufficiente. So yeah, so they had their capital here, because, well, yeah, they had their capital. So now we have, well, 3 new nations and two new dead nations, or 2 old nations. 2 dead nations now in the forming of this episode already in this relatively short time span. So now we have a little bit of well, rebellion. So another new country. Yeah, we have the Western Purple team over here is going to start to, or I'm not saying new country, this is Civil War era. This is Civil War era. This is at the time of the Civil War. So we're gonna have like a kind of like a bit of like a lime kind of country over here. Oh, yeah. Wait. Oh, wrong layer. That's why. Yeah, kind of like a limey country over here. And they're gonna go like, hey, we don't really like the way the government's going. Or actually, not all of this. There's gonna be like all of this except this city. But then they're gonna kind of go like, hey, we don't really like the way the government's going. We want our freedom. What did the purple team do? I don't know. They seem pretty chill, but so they take back the city. The purple team goes like, hey, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. And they kind of go like, here, we invade you, blah, blah, blah. We invade you. We start to invade because they kind of don't want it, but they invade back, and also new rebellions. And they realize, and they start to basically counter-invade and be like, hey, no. So they have the better army, but they have like the kind of the people on their side of the Lime team, because the recent leader was not as popular. Now, well, you know, they kind of take over this area. But they managed to go like, hey, they actually get their like shit together and actually force back. Like, this is what should have been happening the entire time, because the Lime Team's not that strong. But they kind of go like, hey, we're gonna keep on doing this, and you don't want us to be in Thorn's side. If you just let us be, then we'll let you go. And they're like, fine, yeah, fine. Also, yeah, so we have a civil war, letting them split off. Their first kind of decree is basically kind of expand. They expand to the rest of this kind of peninsula area over here, and let me just fill that in. Also, creating a new city over here, just kind of having people like new city over there and another city over here, with these new cities being cityified, cityfied, as we have all of that happening. And they also, of course, have to make a capital over here, which I put at the Rebellion City, which does leave it closer to the Purple Team, but nah, you know, they kind of have it there. Anyways, well, yeah. Let's save this because I want to shave it. There we go. Now, looking at the naval layer, we are going to have a little bit of a mishap. There is, well, a boat, a red team boat that kind of goes here. So this is like a you know, just a fishing boat. It kind of like starts to vary into the path of the blue team. Like the boat kind of goes like into here and goes in their waters, and they see this as like, is this like a threat? And they basically sink the boat, and the red team's like outraged. They're like, what, you just sank one of our peaceful boats? No. So they start invading navally on their fronts. They also do this as kind of like a public thing, like they recover the old boat area, and they're like, whoa, we're getting invaded? I gotta go like, oh, nope, cut you off. Oh, damn, that was kind of bad for them. But yeah, they kind of invade into here, and they're like, whoa. But then they kind of invade the back around here, and even invade here, which, here's where we get to the serious stuff. By serious, I mean land, because they don't actually have much of a navy, but they go here and manage to take this city, and they're like, what? Huh? This is really happening? An accidental thing? But, well, they're not the only one that's kind of wanting to deal with this. This thing's escalating, and the green team, well, so they're very power hungry. Well, the green team, being the power hungry fiend that they are, they realize, well, they actually have quite a bit to gain if they join this war. By quite a bit of gain, I mean, they invade the red team. Now, I'm going to turn off the naval layer for now. It's not that useful. It's kind of distracting. Yeah. They were not prepared for this. They just thought this would be like well, first they didn't think there'd be a war because they accidentally sunk their boat. But now they're like, what, we're getting surrounded. They use this kind of as a distraction to take back the city, but not all the land that they took. There's a little outpost there. And they come even more in. They're like, well, okay. No, please. So they kind of take some of this coastal land over here, but not quite taking them out. Which allows them to kind of resurge back in, which, not good. So they're basically looking, hey, anybody want to help? And they look to, well, they're two, you know, the other side's two kind of least favorite scenes. We have, well, the orange team doesn't like the blue team because they split away from them. And the cyan team, well, they're kind of thinking about it, but they kind of go like, do we want to risk it? And they basically decide, no. They're like, we can't risk it after we saw what happened to the pink team here. But they start to invade the blue team over here, and also a bit of the green team using their advantage, not themselves, using their advantage of surprise. doing fairly well, especially for how small their military is. The blue team manages to fully kick out the red team here, although the red team manages to get pretty good lines back here, because troops have to be kind of rediverted to the orange team, which, I mean, you know, it's noble of you to help orange team, but it was, yeah, not going well. It's going well against the blue team, surprisingly, though. The blue team's kind of preoccupied with naval battles, I guess, but the blue team even decides to make a landing in the red team. They make a landing near the city and kind of take the city. Yeah. Now we have them kind of resurging back here. And they basically go like, the blue team basically goes like, okay, now time to lock in. All that, this was a course of a year, or no, year and a half, gone in a month. Gone in a month. We also have, green team, boom. Green team, boom. Blue team, boom. Oh, blue team, like this, and they kind of realize that is bad color gradient. Kind of realize, ooh, maybe not. And well, the peace treaty for this is really just not much of a peace treaty, because most of them are just kind of like, we just get what we captured. They just get that. The blue team gets a support city, which will be pretty good for them eventually, which also helps them kind of control trade from over here and here, and to the green team, the orange team, so it can green-orange trade. That's good for them. That's really advantageous, even though they didn't take that much land. They're gonna take this land, and also literally just kind of go like, hey, we kind of want to scoop this up. Just take in this area also. And the green team, it's not gonna take all the land. They're gonna kind of negotiate it down to say, hey, you can take that part, but like, because we're kind of less important. They did not take all of the green team. Take that part. So the orange team's not looking the best, but at least the orange team's alive. And the red team's, not looking good really at all. The red team's really out of their face. The green team's doing great. We have the green team at 1,422 pixels, and the blue team at 1,154 pixels. So the era of the green team's still definitely in swing. Now we'll see how long that lasts. Don't know. But well, anyways, I dare say that's all my cabbages.